What's up, gang? So I thought I've got to do this video from inside the car because it's very windy here. I think I'm always talking about the weather. I cannot wait to get something undercover we work on. I didn't really address at the end of the last video how excited I was with the 13.8. The mods we'd done, the time we'd spent, the money we'd spent. The car just felt faster, grippier, getting more gears. The gears felt just fluent. It wasn't laboured. We were on to a winner. Now, my plan for this season was to get into the 13s, run as many events as I can, and also enter the European front wheel drive Ignital. Have I said that right? Ignital? May have said that wrong. 1/8 3-race series championship. I am not going to be competitive, but just to get used to getting the car ready, driving, paying, and go into a weekend where there's only minimal races. There wasn't even a whole chance of winning. Was just to do it. After the 13.8 run, lots and lots of smoke.
Stop, Sam Thompson with the Polo taking on the Clio.
So it was blue smoke that we had coming out the back, as you could see in that video. So worst case, piston rings. Best case, turbo. Yeah, it can't be the PCV valve because it's been deleted. So that wouldn't be recirculating loads of oil back in because it's blocked. So well, the way we know it's turbo is this down here. Is our turbo side of our inlet. And that is pure oil. Pure oil. Then also, if you come around the back, there is pure oil all in and around the tip of the exhaust. So I'm going with that the turbo's hanging out. Now I can't show you down there where the turbo is. If you grab the spline, the turbine, you can move it, I'd say 3-4 mil, which in my eyes is way too much excessive play. And then the oil. So back to what's next. Right, so I wasn't going to change the turbo. This project was going to be nice and slow and progressive. I'd got a lot more mods I wanted to do before I started going more power, more brake horsepower by slapping bigger turbos on and putting the engine at risk. But a standard KO3, around 560 quid brand new. A KO3 300, which is capable up to 300 horsepower, which this engine, when looked after and good, is capable of, is around 670 quid. Plus the extra modifications. Now, I just couldn't justify putting the standard KO3 back on for in a year's time, year and a half, 2 years time, to be upgrading it to a KO3 300 anyway. So let's just do it now. Let's do the mods now. Now I can see some of you on the other side of the camera going, why not a KO4? Well, the KO4, it doesn't just bolt straight on. Obviously, the KO3 300, you can't just bolt it straight on. We've got to do injector modifications, fuel pump modifications, and a remap. But putting a KO4 on, you would need all of that, plus the KO4 exhaust manifold, oil lines, brackets, don't line up, don't fit. Whereas the KO3 is actually a KO3 exhaust manifold, turbo housing, everything. It's the internals that have been bored out to fit the KO4 internals. So obviously your in and your out is probably slightly bigger, but not as big as the KO4, but still capable of 300 brake. If I slapped a KO4 on this, I'd probably blow the engine up. It's 136,000 miles. Is this the original engine? We don't know how many miles it's done, so still be progressive, but we're modifying. I'm excited. So the turbo's on its way. The guys at the VAG yard are going to help me. I'm going to do what work I can at home, and they're going to help me with boring out the manifold to make it more high flow. They're going to help me with what injectors to purchase, and then I'm going to have to find someone who will map it. So less than a talking, let's get into the video, and it's time to take the turbo off. So first job on the list is just to make space and get in there. So we've taken the inlet pipe off. Now this, I do believe we're going to have to change, because this end is the right size because of what I said, it's still a KO3, but this end with the KO3, that's a 75mm, I think, MAF. I didn't say that on the list a minute ago, but you need the 80mm MAF housing and sensor. So if this isn't already wanna have a look, eh? There we go. So that's 75mm, that one, or 70mm slash, get a better read in there, 75mm. And we need 80mm. So it's looking like we're gonna have to buy a new one of these as well, which you can also get from Decimal Tenths, which is where I have just ordered the new K300 from. But yeah, we're making space. We still can't really see it. Sam, why are you leaving it on the trailer? I'm leaving it on the trailer because if we have to go anywhere with it, I am a one-man band. I can't get Alex and Archie to help me push it on the trailer. So if I leave it on the trailer, whilst it's jacked up like this, I've got more height and space under there than I would have if it was just on the axle stands on the drive. And secondly, it means any issues, I can just hook the truck up, see you later, and take it where we need to. So yeah, new turbo incoming. More pure oil, just filling the turbo pipes up. So I think we've made the right decision. Not gonna lie, there are a few oil leaks down there, so Santapod team, please don't watch this. But yeah, I think we've definitely made the right decision. So the main thing that scares me about this job, no, it doesn't scare me, it's a race car and it's on the drive, is the exhaust manifold bolts. If the exhaust manifold, as in the exhaust back pipe onto the turbo brake, we're good. But if the ones break going into the head, there is no room back there to be doing any drilling. Oh, just a quick side note, something I didn't know about the KO3. I will do this when I do an actual video on it, but that baffle there, we would have been taking that out if we'd kept just the KO3, but the K300 comes without that baffle. More flow, more and more for the bottom end to take. Praying it's good. So I'm gonna get to as much support as I can to clean them up and get some lubricant on them before I start to slowly take my time and crack them off and wind them out, because that's not an issue. We don't want the engine to be coming out, because then the first race of this 3-part series is Crail Raceway in Scotland on the 3rd of May. So we have a month. Yeah, a month. Engine does not need to be coming out. Tell you what, doing the best luck we got. This trailer jacked up. The only thing that's making it difficult is this brake line here. Brake bar. So we're currently trying to get at these, and only one of them won't come loose. So at the moment, I'd call that winning. But these are the ones that can snap and don't ruin the job. The next one's the exhaust manifold into the head. Wish me luck. Oh, how's your elbow, Sambo? Ah, it went though. When the pain's worth it. Yes, sir. Woo! Come on. Play the game, brother. So we've got to get the oil return feed out, the sump, the oil feed and the oil return out, and then we can drop those top 3 bolts because we don't want to drop it on the oil return and the oil feed pipe. So our trusty bucket, and let's get the oil return off. Yeah, it's not 2 o'clock though, so it's 3 o'clock, it's better. Oil feed from the filter. Do we have to take it off filter end, or? Okay. Yeah. Idiot. Yeah, drop. I can see it now. Okay, drop the turbo down, hang it down. Yep, the water one's off, water feed's off. And then you can get to both. And then the manifold's coming off as well. Let's hope none of the bolts break. Alright mate, thank you. Catch you later. Bye, 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 bye. Big thank you to Aaron from the VAG yard. He has been critical in TVY for assisting this whole process. Obviously he helped with the brakes. He now just says to me, Sam, give me a call mate if you need any questions. Now that's annoying because as he was talking to me I saw it, to hang the turbo down to get to the oil feed bolt. Right, there it is, 1K03. And now I can show you what I mean by play. Can I? Yeah. She's done. She's done. Well, that's it then, gang. Turbo's on the floor, manifold's on the floor, everything's on the floor, including oil and antifreeze. I'm gonna end this video with big thanks to Aaron from the VAG yard. I think he's gonna end up a big part of my channel. He's an incredible guy. One of those guys that's just so down to earth, and he's doing it for the love of the game. So yeah, we'll catch up with you. Hopefully the turbo's here in the next video, and we need to get on with ordering our injectors, fuel pump. We'll see you guys on the flip side. Spuds.